Okay, now the first thing we want to do when we open up a blank Word document, we're going to start here. We're going to go out to Layout first of all. We're going to go to Margins, and we're going to go to Custom Margins. Here you want to make sure that you make the following changes. For the top margin, you want to make that 0.40, and all the other ones you want to make 0.50. Also make sure it is in portrait mode, which it is, and we're going to click OK. Now that we've done this, you also want to go back to the home page. We're going to go here to the line and paragraph spacing, and just make sure that we go to line spacing options and make sure that the after is set to 0. Oftentimes it's at 8, but we want to make sure it's at 0. In this case it is 0. We're going to do set as default, and we'll do it for this document only. Click OK. Now that we've done that, now that the cursor is at the very top, we're going to push the enter button 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that we've done this, now we're going to go over here to insert. We're going to do this step just to make things a little easier for us if this cannot be moved. Go to insert, we're going to go to text box. We're going to select draw text box. Now I want to put a little crosshairs just over the corner of that blinking cursor and make a box here. We're going to be a little generous with it, make it a little bigger than what we need. We're making an address block here. Granted, it's a little bigger than what we need, but I'd rather have it too big than too small. The main thing is we're establishing this corner right here. Go to the icon here and click on Fix Position so this cannot be moved. Then put your cursor over the border, do a right click, click on Outline, and make it no outline. So the block's still there, but you just can't see that border. Now we'll go to the very top again and want to do the same thing we just did there. We're going to go here to Insert, Text Box, click on Draw Text Box. Once again, across here, it's just over the corner of that cursing blinker, or the blinking cursor rather. And we'll make a little box here as well. Just enough for the return address. Again, a little bit bigger is fine. Same thing, we're going to lock that in place and remove that border. No outline. Okay, so we're good to go there now. Very good. Okay, so now, so now what I want to do is go back to our bottom block here, and we want to actually go up here to mailings now. We're going to start a mail merge. We're going to select letters. Okay, now we're going to make sure I'll go back in that box again. We want to do select recipients. We're going to use an existing list, so you want to find the CSV file that you want to use. So I'll do that now. Okay, pull that over. Okay, now that's in there. So now I'm going to go here and select address block. So in here you see it's pulled this over, but we're missing something here. We're missing the city, state, and zip. So we're going to go over here to match fields. And in my case, the city, state, and zip are in one cell. Oftentimes that you have a city, state, and zip in each of the separate cells, but in mine they're all in one. So I'm going to select city. I'm going to select C as Z because that's how I have it labeled on my spreadsheet. Click OK, and now it's pulled that over. So we have everything that we need there now. Now that I'm happy with it, I can click OK, and that's created that address block. All right, very good. Now we've got that step done. Also up here on the very top, we want to put our return address. So let's put something in here. Let's just say we're making a company up here, and we'll just put make an address up here. Okay, so have a return address now. Now we have our address block. Now we need to add the documents that we're going to be sending with these cover pages. So we're going to go over here to Insert Blank Page. Now you want to put your document in this page. So in my case, I'm just going to copy and paste a document that I already have. So I'll just do that now. Very good. Of course, you'll put whatever it is you want to put here, but that's good for me, is what I want. So it can be multiple pages, but in this case I only have one document, so that's all I'm going to do. So now that I have put my other pages in here, now I'm going to go over here, back up to mailings. I'm going to select finish and merge. I'm going to select edit individual documents. I'm going to leave it on all and click OK. So now we see what it's done. We've made a cover page for every one of our letters that's going to go out, with a return address and send to address. This, of course, will fold up, and this will show through the windowed envelopes. This will go behind it, and we've done that for every one of our people that we're sending these out to. Very good. So now we just need to save this. So I'm going to go File, I'm going to Save As, and let's see, we'll just do Browse. I'll put it under Test File, and I'll just put Revise in this case here. So I'm going to save that. Now that I've saved it, let's see how we would actually put that in Postal Methods now. Okay, now that I pulled up Postal Methods, I will go to the letter page, and I'm going to select, in this case, Multi-Documents. I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it Test. Description there, that's something you can use if you want to. We're going to find that letter. Here it is. And we're going to pull that over. Click on Next Step, and you'll notice that the addresses have lined up perfectly inside these boxes. These boxes show you where they need to be for them to print correctly, and that's exactly what has happened here. So it worked out really good. So you see they're all here, everyone we're sending them out to. So now that they're all here, now I'm going to go to Next Step, and you notice because we have 2 pages per document, right? We have the cover page and we have the letter that we're sending out. So we need to let the system know this. So under number of pages, and you can do this a number of ways. I'm going to go with this route here. You can do drag and select the identifier, select them manually, but in this case here, I'm going to do it number of pages. So we know, again, per document there's 2 pages. So I'm going to go over here and select 1, 2. So now that it knows that every 2 pages is a new document. And I had a total of 3 recipients, so that's perfectly right. We have 3 documents because there's 3 recipients. I'm going to click on Next Step. I'm going to submit that. And we wait for it to come over here. So it's that simple. So eventually this will pop up over here, as you know, and we can process this through, and it'll be good to go. Keep in mind that eventually this populates. It'll show you a total of 1. If the address is invalid, it would tell you down here. It would be a red X. It would tell you that. And as we know, once this processes, once 4 a.m. Central Standard Time comes and goes, that's when this turns to completed because it knows it's going to be going out. But until then, it'll stay that way. Okay, well, very good. All right, well, this does hereby conclude this video tutorial.